Welcome to another day in the Matrix, Waters Above Crypto. Today we'll be going over the cryptocurrency market weekly close, which will be happening tonight at around 8 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. We'll be going over Bitcoin and XRP charts and some of the scenarios for this upcoming week after the traditional markets open up tomorrow. So if you're new here, we do cryptocurrency technical analysis and combine it with the esoteric science of Gematria, Numerology, and Astrology to understand these markets. If you haven't already subscribed and you like what we're doing here, feel free to subscribe. Give this video a like and share this channel with other conscious people to help grow this community. For those of you who want to learn how to do technical analysis and combine it with Gematria, you can join my Mastermind course. There's a promo code in the pinned comment below with instructions to get lifetime access to the course with a discount. My email is in the description box to get in contact with me for access to the course. Also, for anyone who's been waiting to join the Patreon after May 1st, this is just a friendly reminder if you're waiting to join one of my Patreon memberships. After signing up today, you'll get instant access to this week's Red Pill episode number 5. The Red Pill episode is my weekly technical analysis podcast, which ended up being an hour long in this week's episode. I went over 6 different crypto projects, including Theta, Harmony One, Atom Cosmos, Hedera Hashgraph, and some others. And by signing up and becoming a Patreon supporter, you'll qualify for the discount on the Mastermind course. I'm also planning on doing a live Q&A with the Mastermind community members sometime next week. It will be a live stream AMA, Ask Me Anything, and it'll be a way for you guys to ask me questions and answer any questions you guys have, even if it's something personal. You guys can get to know a little bit more about the method to my madness. And with that being said, let's take the red pill. So we're going to jump straight into the XRP chart on the monthly, and we're seeing something beautiful. We got that huge green candle closure in April, which put us at the second highest monthly close since back in December 2017. One thing I do want to mention though, if I bring up the Bollinger Bands on the monthly chart, we're going to see a little bit of an issue. It's not a huge issue, but we're seeing that the Bollinger Bands have a huge gap right here. Something I've brought up before, that whenever we have these huge gaps, we typically come back down to retest the top side of the Bollinger Band, which right now is sitting at around $1.24. That would actually be a pretty healthy retrace before the next leg up, but I'm just letting you guys know that is a possibility. These monthly Bollinger Band gaps between the top side Bollinger Band and the current price at monthly open is something to keep an eye out for, because these gaps usually fill. This is way different than the CME gap. This is the Bollinger Bands on macro time frames are pretty critical. So let's go for the weekly. Weekly support on the top side Bollinger Band is showing us around $1.39 if you look right there. So about 140 would be a retest back down to the top side Bollinger Band, but we're about to have a weekly close tonight. And this structure right here, if you see this candle, you see how we came down and touched the top side Bollinger Band and then still ended the month up at 140 when the top side Bollinger Band was sitting at 114. When we close tonight's candle, this will be actually a very bullish candle pattern, because having this bigger body than the previous week's red candle body is called a bullish engulfing candle, and that is a continuation. So we're getting 2 signs of continuation. We're getting one, bullish engulfing candle closure coming tonight in a couple hours. Then we have having the candle body above the top side Bollinger Band. But what this is telling me is when weekly open happens next week, this is going to push up the band a little bit, probably get a top side band test, and then most likely that monthly gap fill would be technically what I would anticipate. And then now let's look at the daily and remove everything but add in our drawing tools, and we're going to see where 125 is. It's basically situated right about at the 382 fib, which is something that's pretty critical, because the 236 to 382 is where this likes to gravitate down in the event that it can't hold inside of the golden pocket. So this golden pocket, we've seen a rejection clearly. We've come down to touch the bottom of the golden pocket at the $1.52 level. It's looking like a very good support. And once we get a daily closure below this golden pocket, there would be the obvious target to the downside, which would be 125, or filling that monthly Bollinger Band gap. And then that would still give you wicks to the 236 as a potential, and holding support on the 236 is paramount at this time with this sort of structure. Other than that, you'd be seeing quick flash crashes to the downside and continuation after that. All signs are bullish for me at this time. Like I've said in my previous videos this past week, this red box territory is when I anticipate us creating a new high for XRP on the year, and maybe even before the end of May, we might be seeing a new all-time high. It's very possible. As late as May 22nd, May 23rd, we might see a $3.30, $3.33 XRP. Would be really classic to see. It's totally in the cards, so consider such a thing. But for right now, if we can't get a daily close above the 786, we're just chopping. So anything goes at this time, but think that most of these technicals are very bullish. The biggest one being that this sell-off right here down to an 86-cent level got very quickly bought back, and it's been trading at the higher range in the golden pocket. That's a sign of strength. But every time it gets to this golden pocket, it could dance around and still create a low in the structure and then break out after that. That's why I was saying last week, I anticipate we can move up into this golden pocket as high as the 786. Please go back and watch those videos, and then get a rejection. And we'll see how this goes. We could have an amazing weekly open for the crypto market where the DXY, the dollar index, starts to plummet, and then you just see every crypto skyrocket. It's in the cards. Let's look at some of our moving averages. I just kind of want to pay attention to the 55 because on altcoins, this white EMA on the daily, the 55 is an awesome support. We haven't back tested that yet, so that's a sign that that could be a wick low, that 94-cent level. It does sound a lot better than 76 cents for those people that would get really scared down there. Of course, for me, I would consider anything below $1 an awesome buying opportunity for XRP. At this time, though, the strength is going to be around the 236 up to the 382, and then anything below that would probably be wicks, be very quick, and be bought up by the whales. And this white EMA, as we continue to trade and close dailies above this white EMA, which we're far above, it will continue to gradually increase. And once it starts getting into this 236, that's a good sign of things going well. Based on my analysis, though, I do want to say that I think this market's ready to move. So it's going to move quick to the downside, quick to the upside, or just quick to the upside and come back test the highs on the downside, and then continuation. Something like this. If it wants to move up, it could go like this. Boom, new high, back test the 786, back test the previous high, and then go up to the 1618 and continue. That structure would be the most, bullish that you can get. But I would say even more bullish would be something like this. Some back test to those lower levels and then new highs. This kind of stuff right here. Just because when you back test the 236 and then get a healthy buyback from it, that's one of the biggest signs that this market is ready to go. And that this exuberant buyback right here was just leverage trading. This kind of stuff right here, sophisticated money is buying into this backup, and they're considering all of this accumulation before continuation. Keep that in mind. So this 55 EMA getting above $1 would be a really nice thing. Then we could pretty much solidify that the daily closes will remain above $1.11 for the foreseeable future for XRP. Again, that sounds way better than 30 cents, which is the kind of stuff that we were seeing for months and months and months. And it's been almost 3 years since XRP has broken above $1 and it actually has come down to confirm $1 is support. So this is the key target to the downside I'm looking at, this $1.11, we'll just call it the 111. So let's move on to Bitcoin really quickly and then wrap this video up. This week's Red Pill episode took a lot out of me. I spoke for over an hour. So what happened with Bitcoin? You see that it actually did come up into the golden pocket and then got rejected right at the 618. That's really nice, actually. I'm glad that all happened. And it would be great to see a touchback of the 236. Again, a failure of the 236, you would anticipate even further a double bottom. And then a failure of that double bottom would be the dead cat bounce scenario. Again, dead cat bounce, when you sell off quickly, buy back really quickly, and then fail to get support at this golden pocket territory and then create a lower low. After that lower low, where we would look for is the weekly 21 EMA, which is sitting currently at around $45,000. In the event this all happened next week, that would be around 44 to 43,000 because it would pull down these these moving averages with it. Again, this is the 21 EMA exponential moving average. That would be the pullback target in the event of a dead cat bounce scenario, which would be creating a new lower low in the structure below 47,000. Again, the 236 is always what holds support and confirms that we're ready to be making new highs. Be really excited to see all of these altcoins pull back one more time to some of these lower levels. Bitcoin again selling off 15 to 20% could create an insane buying opportunity for the altcoins. Been seeing a lot of altcoins just trading in a range. You know, Theta, for instance, it's just ranging at this $11 area. VeChain quickly bought back up after its sell-off. It's starting to place you know, a lot of emphasis on this 20-cent level. Zilliqa also had one of the most insane buybacks I've seen after such a dramatic sell-off. Let's just see really quickly the move that we got with Zill, all the way down 55%, but then look at the buyback, sitting at almost 80% on the buyback. That's telling me that the bulls are here to keep this market going. And Bitcoin holding above the $1 trillion market cap level and trading above and keep building support in these 50s. It's telling me that during the next bear market, Bitcoin's probably going to be pulling back to like 60 or 57,000. So buying Bitcoin anywhere below this 55K region is going to be at almost like buying Bitcoin at $2,000 before the bear market came back. So right here, Bitcoin was 3K when it came down from the blow off top at 20K all the way down to 3,100. Buying at 55K today is like buying back here at like 1,300 before the blow off came, and also before the next bear market bottom happens. I would assume that 50K would probably be the bear market bottom in 2023, and that's insane to think about that. That's insane to think that anyone who is buying Bitcoin at this 42 level or even, you know, 44 level, you're going to be in a really good position forever. And again, Bitcoin being deflationary in a hyperinflationary environment is what creates this sort of outcome. Whilst it's the most illiquid asset at this time, it is becoming scarce. The OTC market is basically non-existent, drying up. I've even seen this hashtag indicator, hash ribbons indicator, this capitulation signal with the green dot followed by a blue dot. And whenever we get this blue dot buying signal, that leads to a new high. And then we never come back to the price of when this blue dot happened. So if Bitcoin pulled back all the way to this white line on this logarithmic growth curve chart, hitting at about, let's just say 43, 44K, back test on the 21-week EMA, and then continuation to the upside, that blue dot would flash, and then we're never going to see a $44,000 Bitcoin ever again. And this indicator is back tested all the way to the beginning. It's amazing. So I'm going to end the video at that, little bit of a shorter one today. Again, anyone looking to join the Patreon, it is now May 2nd. Feel free to join if you've been waiting. By joining any tier in the Patreon, you will be unlocking the discount for the Mastermind course. All you have to do after joining Patreon is go ahead and email me. My email's in the description box. Include your name for Patreon, and that'll be my way of confirming your discount. And then I'll reply back with the discount code, and you'll be able to get access to the course. And if you guys have any questions, anything, feel free to comment below. Love reading all of your red pill moments in the comment section. Show some love to some people down there in the conscious community. And enjoy the rest of your day in the Matrix. Much love.